Hello, hello, hello. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. I make videos for NFL. I don't think I'll have an NBA video up for tomorrow, but if I do, it will be tomorrow after the NFL slate locks. But I make posts on this subreddit called DF Sports. If you are not familiar with it, people talk content. Other people post stuff too that's very helpful for people. As you can see here, people talk strategy, people ask me questions on pivots and stuff like that. I'll always answer whatever questions you have, stuff like that. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me on Reddit through the messenger, or you can get a hold of me on Twitter at Tori Langley 1992. So let's take a look back at my lineups from today. We'll go over NBA lineups. We'll go over my NFL lineup. So, going over my cash lineup for today, I went Kirk Cousins, Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman Jr., Adam Thielen, Kyle Granson, and David Njoku. So, here's the thing. I liked Mostert a lot, but I really wanted to get to Dalvin Cook. I thought Mostert was a pretty good play with no Jeff Wilson Jr. But I think the better game environment, just the better spot was Dalvin Cook. So I kind of tried to get him in my lineup. I wasn't fading Jonathan Taylor. I wasn't fading Kirk Cousins. And I wasn't fading Michael Pittman Jr. So builds with like JT, Cook, and Mostert just didn't look like something that I would like to play in cash games. So I made the tough decision. I went Dalvin Cook. Luckily, he got that touchdown in garbage time. That absolutely catapulted me. But the core that I had for cash games this week, I believe it was Jonathan. Hold on, guys. I'll just pull it up. I forget what it was. It was Kirk Cousins, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, and Michael Pittman Jr. So everyone absolutely smashed outside of Jonathan Taylor. He got injured, as you guys know. But Pittman, smash. JJ, smash. And then was it Dalvin Cook? I forget. Kirk Cousins, smash. So full double up there, and then we can go over some other lineups. So I did 150 max. I did not do well in it because I had 65% Jonathan Taylor, but I'll show you guys my best lineup. This is my best lineup. I also had a ton of KJ Osborne. I had like 10 to 12% KJ Osborne. I was like 2x the field. This was my best lineup. Could have been a lot better, but the winning lineup was just absolutely wild. Kirk, Dobbins, Cook, Waddle, JJ Pittman, Knox, Osborne, Colt. Really good lineup. And it chopped. So, yeah. And then going over my NBA lineup, had a really good night. I went Drew Holiday, Isaiah Joe, Eugene Omorie, Bobby Portis, Christian Wood, Devin Booker, Zion, and Kemba Walker. So I had Kemba Walker a core play. Once we got Isaiah Joe starting, though, and we didn't have that Mavericks lineup, I was just like, fuck it. I'll make Isaiah Joe a core play. I think they were both similar plays to me. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just make Joe a core play. He absolutely smashed. Went for 10x. I made Eugene Omorie core. He absolutely smashed. He went for like 6.5x. I had Bobby Portis, a core play. He absolutely destroyed the slate. And then I had Drew Holiday, a core play. And then I told everyone I was getting to Christian Wood. I was probably going to try to get to Booker. People knew what I was doing. I tried to lay that out to know, like, to help figure things out. I don't give out lineups. That's against the rules. I've gotten banned for it. But I try to let you guys know, to the best of my ability, what the best plays on the slate are. So let's go over the slate. I'm going to make this a quick video. I still have to make more content for the Discord. It's been all day. Been grinding for I think 10 hours now with like a break or two in between. So we're going to make this a quick one, unfortunately, guys. So we'll go over cash games and then we'll go over some stacks I like. I'm not really going to go into detail here. So for cash games, the quarterbacks that you're considering for cash are going to be Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts. Those are the only three quarterbacks that I believe I will be focusing on for cash this week. I don't have a lean on which I like more. I think I'm leaning Herbert, but I do like Patrick Mahomes too. Not sure which way I'm gonna go, but right now I think I'm leaning Herbert. But I like all three quite a bit. I do prefer Mahomes to Jalen Hurts, but that's where I'm going to be going for quarterback. For running back, I think Eckler is a fine cash game play. I think Jacobs is a good cash game play too. Even in a tough matchup, like a really tough matchup, just the usage is just insane right now. Getting like 25 plus touches, involved in the passing game. Now, he did like have a finger injury or a hand injury, left the game last week, so that is a little bit concerning. And you factor in the matchup, he's going to be extremely popular for a good reason. Just the usage and the volume is just absolutely absurd right now. So I think he's a strong cash game play. Going down further, Ramondre, if he plays, I assume he will play. I think is fine for cash. Not going to be going out of my way to play him, but I think he's fine. Really good spot there. I think James Conner really stands out to me up against Denver. Getting this like Alvin Kamara S usage, but with like more attempts on the ground. 7, 3, 5, 3, 5 targets in the last 5 games. I think with Kyler Murray out, the quarterback situation for him only helps him with the dump off. So I think Connor looks great for cash. Absolutely love him. And then no Mark Ingram for the Saints. I really like Alvin Kamara here. I expect them to go back to his normal role where he's getting like 70+% of the touches here and be extremely involved in the passing games. I almost said cashing game. Fuck me, dude. But really like Kamara for cash games as well. Going down a little bit further, I think the only other running back that I'm considering is Bam, Zonovan Knight. Now he's not going to play like 70+% of the snaps. He'll sit in that like 50 to 55% range, but he's been extremely efficient. He will be involved in the passing game as well. I think he's too cheap. So I think right now that is my running back pool. Let's go for wide receiver. So wide receiver, I think Adams is fine. I think Chase is fine. I think I might prefer Chase point per dollar. But Adams straight up, it's obviously a tough matchup against New England. But yeah, Adams, Chase, both solid cash games. But not going to be on the Sun God this week. It pains me to say. I think CeeDee Lamb up against Jacksonville is a pretty strong cash game play as well. Going down further, Keenan Allen is probably a lock for me up against this putrid Tennessee pass defense. So Keenan Allen looks phenomenal for cash games. Kirk's fringe this week. Mike Williams is fringe, but if you want to go there because of the matchup, I wouldn't hate you for it. Garrett Wilson, I think, is fine. Love the spot. Detroit's been a fantasy carnival. Going down further, I think Zay Jones is completely fine cash game play. I think, where are these Houston wide receivers? I think Chris Moore is going to be one of the most popular plays on the slate for a good reason. The wide receiver depth in Houston is just absolutely not there. Got 11 targets last week. Yeah, going to be one of the most popular plays on the slate probably. So love Chris Moore. Where's Jacoby? Where's Jacoby Myers? Did I pass him? I know he has a questionable tag, right? Yeah, Jacoby, I believe he is going to play. I like quite a bit for cash. He's basically like a miniature Keenan Allen. Just getting like absolutely fed with targets for 4.7K. So I do like Myers a lot. I know it pains you guys that I'm saying I like a New England wide receiver a lot, but that's just the reality of the situation. Going down a little bit further, already mentioned Chris Moore. I actually think Marcus Valdes-Scantling is in play for cash games this week if you want to add him to your pool. And then Corey Davis is out. If you want to go to like an Elijah Moore, I wouldn't hate you for it, but it's definitely fringe. And then going down further, Philip Dorsett. These Houston wide receivers look good for cash, and then Amari Rodgers, viable for cash as well. So that's the value. That's the wide receivers I'm targeting. Let's go over to tight end. So clearly for me, it's three guys. Travis Kelce, if you're going to be paying up in a phenomenal spot against Houston, or it's going to be Chig Okonkwo. Where is he? The Chig at 3.1K. Once again, he's not going to be playing like 70% of the snaps, but when he's out there, he's going to be running routes. He's going to be productive. So if you're punting tight end, I do prefer Chig. And then Greg Dulcich, if you want to go meet in the middle there. 8 targets back-to-back weeks. I think the floor is fine for tight end. Defense, Broncos, probably the play if you can get to them. If you're going to pay up, maybe the Cardinals going up against Denver. But I think right now for me, it's the Broncos. Let's go over some stacks. So personally to me, the best stack on the slate has to be Justin Herbert doubles. Just the best matchup in the league. This is like targeting centers against Charlotte, pretty much. Like, this is the nut spot for Justin Herbert. I think stacking him with Keenan and Mike Williams is completely doable. I absolutely love this stack, and I think it's really easy to just have a bring back here. Actually, never mind. In Chikakonkwo, Okonkwo. So I am absolutely in love with Justin Herbert stacks. I think they're listen. These two in Keenan and Mike Williams are just going to eat up all the usage. Josh Palmer, I think, is overpriced. So Mike, not good at separation, but does have downfield threat, so he does have a ceiling. As we know, Keenan Allen is definitely high floor and high ceiling play. So I'm absolutely in love with Justin Herbert doubles this week. Another stack that I am quite a bit super high on. It's going to be the top 3 owned stacks. It's going to be Kansas City up against Houston. Now, the Chiefs are so annoying because they have so many guys that can get to the end zone. But Pacheco's been the lead back of late. I don't know if I'd include him with Mahomes, but I think he's a viable GPP play. And then I'm pretty high on Juju this week. 11 targets last week when he came back. Travis Kelce at 7.8K seems a little bit too cheap given the matchup. I'm pretty high on both of these guys quite a bit. Then it's so easy with the bringbacks that you can just plug in like Chris Moore or Amari Rodgers. They're just so cheap. So loving Patrick Mahomes stacks. And then Eagles stacks. I think Eagles stacks are going under-owned than they should be in GPPs. AJ Brown is going unowned, and I think that's completely a mistake by the field. I think the upside is absolutely insane here. I think going to like an AJ Brown and a Quez Watkins is probably my favorite combination. I don't think you're going to be able to fit Devontae Smith, but if you can, I would prefer that. But Quez Watkins been having a pretty large role of late, playing a lot more snaps as well. So I think these stacks are really good GPP stacks. I don't think the field will be playing enough Jalen Hurts stacks tomorrow. We'll go over some puke stacks now. So I don't mind Zach Wilson stacks. I don't mind it. Zach Wilson is so goddamn awful, but we've been streaming teams against Detroit. So if you want to listen, if you want to go to these Jet stacks, it's a puke stack, man. It's literally disgusting. It's puke. But if you want to go there, I think having Zach Wilson at quarterback definitely hurts Garrett Wilson. Definitely hurts Elijah Moore. I think Mike White was just clearly the better fit for them. So they're fine. This would be the stack that I would have with them. And then I'd obviously bring it back with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, this is just ultimate puke. I would like it a lot more if Mike White was playing, but unfortunately he is not. And then, where's my other puke stack? Tom Brady doubles. I know. It's a tough spot against Cincinnati. But once again, Godwin, Evans, they're cheap, man. They're going completely unowned, completely easy to double stack. These two have such a high target market share. It's so easy to just bring it back with Chase. You still have 4.6K remaining. So I think you can definitely make that work. I think Tom Brady is definitely an interesting GPP stack. It's pukey. It's puke, man. But I think it's viable, man. I think you guys can play anyone you want in GPPs. The only thing that I care about is you're not running out some dumb lineups. Like, I even think Andy Dalton is viable against this putrid Atlanta team. Like, it's a really good spot. If you want to pair him with Alvin Kamara, I think that's something you can definitely do. And then the clear guy getting all the usage right now is Chris Olave with 9, 6, 5, 6 targets the past 4 weeks. I don't even hate Andy Dalton stacks. But my top 3 stacks, if I had to rank them, Chargers 1, Kansas City 2, Philadelphia 3, Dallas 4. I didn't go over Dallas stacks, but I really like the spot here for Dallas. I think CD is going underowned. I think Dalton Schultz is a very good tight end play where the condensed ownership is going to be going to those cheap guys. So I think getting up to Dalton Schultz is just going to make you different regardless. So Dak 4, and then Tom Brady 5, Andy Dalton 6, and then the Jets 7. Those are my 7 stacks that I'm interested in this week. If you guys want, I'll just go over some viable value. So value for running back, it's going to be Zonovan Knight. Value for wide receiver, it's going to be Chris Moore. It's going to be Philip Dorsett. It's going to be Amari Rogers. It's going to be Zay Jones. It's going to be Elijah Moore. It's going to be Jacoby Myers. Those are my favorite value plays at wide receiver on the slate. You can include MVS in that pool. I don't hate it, but sorry for the short video, guys. I have a massive fucking headache. But I hope this helped you guys out, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.